A lot of times, families selling a probate house in Texas think that a cash offer is always going to be better. And a lot of times they're right, but I've seen families turn down an offer that was over $30,000 higher and end up actually netting less on their bottom line. Here's how to think about this correctly. I'm Nate Clark, certified probate real estate specialist here in Austin. Let's break this down clearly. Now, cash eliminates the mortgage approval process. No mortgage, no buyer approval, no appraisal. For probate transactions where the seller has the ability to relist quickly if a deal falls through, this absolutely has an advantage. Cash deals also typically close faster. You're talking about 2 to 3 weeks instead of 30 to 45 days for a finance transaction. So who are cash buyers on probate properties? There are several categories for this. There are buy and hold investors, there are flippers, there are iBuyers, which are large companies that buy houses cash, typically hold them, renovate them, and resell them like a flipper. And you also have home sellers that have sold a house or carrying cash and are looking to buy something. Investors and flippers are motivated to buy below market. They're a business and they usually want to give themselves a 30% margin. So understand that you're accepting a cash offer from an investor. Oftentimes you might be leaving money on the table. Now, having said that, what you're doing is you're exchanging your equity for speed and certainty. You just need to figure out if it's worth it for you. Finance buyers typically represent the broader owner-occupant market. Owner-occupant buyers typically pay closer to market value because they're buying a home to live in, not an investment. A well-qualified financed buyer with a pre-approval from a reputable local lender that understands probate property is not a huge red flag. They're not a huge risk. Now, we want to make sure that we properly evaluate the financing quality. Not all pre-approvals are equal. A buyer that has an actual pre-approval, meaning that the lender has checked out their financials, is going to be much better than a buyer that is simply pre-qualified. Ask for a fully underwritten pre-approval if you're evaluating financed offers. Now, the biggest issue with finance buyers is going to be the appraisal. This is who the lender hires to determine the value of the property. If it doesn't make value, the buyer can renegotiate or walk away. This is the biggest risk for probate houses that have been priced very optimistically or may have structural issues. So this is why it's important to get somebody that's experienced with probate properties or houses that need work to tell you if it will qualify for the buyer's loan and loan type, whether you can accept conventional offers only or you can also accept FHA and VA loans. So here's how I advise families. If the property is in rough condition where it won't qualify for a loan, or if you need the funds to close in 30 days, if you have a cash value that's at or near market value, that's probably worth considering very seriously. If the house shows well, if it will qualify for FHA and VA financing, it makes more sense to bring it to market and look at all of the options that come up rather than somebody that's just an investor writing a cash offer on the house. It should go without saying that every situation is going to be different. If you'd like to talk through the specifics of your situation, I'd love to hop on a 15-minute call with you. All of my contact information is down below. Subscribe for more daily Texas probate content. I will see you in the next video.